Tamara, Amor de Patricia is such a wonderful place. What do you think makes it such a great place, and what's it all about?
I was in Guatemala in June of 2008, about 6 months after adoptions had closed down there, and I learned what was happening to the children who were being born to families who could not take care of them. And it was pretty sad, and I decided I needed to be a part of the solution, so I decided to open an orphanage in San Lucas, Guatemala. It took a while to implement. We had to get through all of the red tape, but I had already adopted 3 girls from Guatemala.
Hi, I'm Tori. Hi, I'm Ruby. Hi, I'm Alex.
I realized that I could not love them anymore had I given birth to them. And then I heard about what was happening to the children that could no longer be adopted. I could not help but see them as my own children, because had it happened just a few years earlier, my kids could have been those kids, and I couldn't live with that. So it was such a natural thing to do.
Somos estrellas de la tele.
My mom's name is Patricia, and my mother was the most amazing humanitarian who has ever lived. She taught us to love everyone and judge no one, and to help people. That was her rule. And my mom got Alzheimer's about 10 years ago and died 7 years later, right around the time we were getting the orphanage running. And I just felt it was my responsibility to keep her legacy alive. And so it seemed appropriate to call the home Amor de Patricia, because it is the love of Patricia that generated it. We opened the orphanage with the intention of having a family-style setting, so these kids who come from hurt backgrounds have a place where they feel safe and secure.
And how important is it to these kids in Guatemala to have a place like this to live?
Guatemala is a beautiful place filled with beautiful people, but the poverty and the stress of everyday life can really take its toll on some families. And the babies come to us through the court system, and we have had babies who were found in septic tanks. We have a beautiful little girl who was found in a garbage can in a motel that had been permanently closed, and somebody heard her cry.
So those are really tough backgrounds, but these kids, they seem so happy.
They really are. I think what happens is they just get the sense of security as soon as they arrive. I've had visitors come and say the second they drive in our gates, it feels like a slice of heaven. And I think the kids get that sense of that as well, that there's almost an instantaneous, I feel safe.
How important is this mission here?
Oh, it's very important. I mean, all of us are children of God. We are all entitled to work towards reaching our fullest potential. And so a comment that we hear over and over again is that, wow, the kids look happy, the kids look really healthy. And said, yeah, every child deserves that. So that's what we strive for, to bring them up in a family environment where they can thrive.
How does it make you feel, bringing these kids in and giving them a little bit of a better life?
Well, for me, it's a real privilege to be here. I really enjoy the kids. It's just a joy to be able to see them grow and develop. We have a team of psychologists that works with the kids once a week, so each child has their own one-on-one time, but you can see great advances made from week to week, month to month, and that's really exciting. And the personnel here are great. The staff is really loving, and they're fun to work with, and you can tell that their first priority is the children, and I think that really helps the kids to feel loved. It helps us with the discipline. It's a great place to be.
There's so much I could say about those kids. They were so much fun. There was one day that they even, took me out in the yard and dunked me in the pool, and it was something I'll never forget. It just seems like they just have, so much energy and spirit.
They really do, and days like that was the day we invited all the nannies' families to come, and we had a barbecue and we had a blast. But I also know their stories, and I know the hurt, and I know the needs they have. And knowing that, I'm just so committed to helping them get through those hard times and to give them what they need to thrive and to reach whatever potential they have.
How do you do it?
Well, it's a lot of work and it takes a lot of people and a lot of people's involvement. We get a lot of wonderful volunteers who come down. Some do it by coming down there and telling stories, and some do it by donating tons of books, and some do it by helping us financially. But we're all in it together and want to make a difference in the lives of these kids, and it takes a lot of people to make it happen.
What's your hope for the children in the future?
We just hope that for whatever amount of time they're with us, that they know how loved they are. Once a kid joins our family at Amor to Patricia, they are welcome there forever. As long as they need a home, they have one with us.
My mom's like Guatemala's fairy godmother because she's always bringing good stuff to them and they're always thanking her and stuff like that.